let's analyze Benjamin Moore's color Wish, and also go through some wall and trim colors that you can use with it. Welcome to Color Quickie, and welcome to the new studio. Nice, ain't it? For all of our subscribers watching, you can interpret this new series as an evolution of color code. I'm gonna give you my opinions on the paint color Wish AF680, and then at the end of the video, I'll give you 3 wall color options and 2 trim and woodwork choices. This means that if you're using Wish on your walls, you'll have 3 other options for potential accent wall ideas or maybe wall colors for other nearby rooms. And I'm giving you 2 trim color options because not everyone wants to go with white trim. So you will have a darker option to look forward to as well. So let's get through all the technical stuff first. How dark is Wish? You could argue it's not very dark at all. In fact, I would call it a light mid-tone paint color. It's actually a really good choice to put on your walls because it's in that sweet spot that makes it suitable for many spaces. You can find out the specific darkness level of any color by looking at its LRV number, or its light reflectance value, which is just under 59 in this case. And that means it basically scores a 59 out of 100 on the lightness report card, I guess. Wish really gives me sleek and relaxing vibes for some reason. It has a clear gray quality to it, but it's not just like boring aluminum foil gray or anything. It does lean towards the warm side of things just a tad, and this makes it a little more welcoming in general. I find it's fairly unique for a neutral because it sometimes has this very faint, subtle purple touch that comes through, but I think that's a good thing. Don't get spooked by purple, y'all. Because there is a chance you won't see any of it in your space personally. For some reason though, I always find myself leaning towards Wish as being just a really nice bedroom color, like a neutral, but kind of a nearly neutral. It's just a little bit different. But for the same reason I love it in bedrooms, it's maybe not the numero uno choice for maybe a hallway or something, because it's just a tad too different sometimes, even though it's subtle. But in the bedroom, it's going to be behind closed doors most of the time, so you can go a little crazier with your colors in those cases. Of course, there's nothing really crazy about a color this neutral, so I'm sure you wouldn't have an issue if you wanted to use it as your main color throughout your home, or like the only color in your house. I would encourage people to try and push the envelope as far as they feel like they need to. And this is a really good, solid first step towards the more vibrant colors that exist. Now, if you knew you wanted to use Wish in some capacity within your home, probably on the walls, I would say, what are some other wall colors that you can use with it? It's time for my 3 wall colors for Wish. And just a disclaimer, these are not going to be fully 100% guaranteed color choices in every situation. They're just ones that I like with my taste, but that could also make them a great starting point for you, which you can then build off of. I want to start with Healing Aloe, which is a very different type of gray that leans into a pale blue with a dash of warm green as well. This color is nearly as soft as Wish, I would say, but they really complement each other really well. I could see Healing Aloe being a fantastic bathroom wall color choice, and then you would maybe paint your bedroom with Wish. That's just kind of one example of how you can use them. There's still that similar level of softness, but they give you different feels from room to room. The next wall color would be Vintage Charm, which feels like Wish's deeper, darker cousin. It's a little bit more mysterious, I would say, and definitely more prominent as a color. But it shares a lot of qualities with it, I would say. Much like Wish, it has gray, but it's a more charcoal gray rather than a lighter one. And you can also see that warm purple undertone present as well. I could see this wall color being a great accent within a Wish painted room, for example, behind maybe a TV console or behind a bed headboard. If you are looking for that accent feature wall color, start with this one and see how you like it. I added Pashmina as another choice because I thought it would be helpful to give you another more neutral option in case you didn't want to veer too far off into another direction. This color is going to be a little bit darker and yet warmer than Wish, which is kind of fun. Only the warmth comes a little bit more from a yellow-based beige rather than maybe that browny kind of purpley warmth in Wish. Pashmina will feel a bit different, and that's by design. If your neutrals are just too similar, then what's the point? Why pick two different colors that are basically the same color? So the two have slightly separated undertones to just keep them a little individual. So when would you use pashmina as a wall color with Wish? Probably not in the same room, but within a home, you might have one of these neutrals as your primary color or the main color that's kind of in the open areas, and then the other neutral in your more closed off rooms, or whatever you decide to do. So now that you have Wish and some other wall colors that you can use with it, how about some trim color options that you can paint your baseboards and your frames with? The first one is my white trim choice, which is super white. I think it's still one of my favorite white paint colors to use when I want something clean and stark, but not overly bright at the same time. And that's kind of hard to accomplish. It's still one of the lightest whites out there, especially by Benjamin Moore, but it just has almost a subconscious softness to it that I really like. The dark trim color option is a whole lot darker, and it's called Silhouette. Conveniently, it's from the same color collection as Wish, which is always a good thing to take advantage of because these colors were all created and curated together as a whole. I love how Silhouette is a fusion between this chocolate brown and a bit of charcoal gray, so it has that duality to it, making it warm and cool kind of at the same time, so lukewarm, I guess. You can also use this color on your trim for another option, so I'll see you in this video.